Okay, students, this is the next video in the series of videos trying to teach you how to do the reader response writing assignment for my class. In the last video, I ended with creating the question that I would explore in my reader response as a student named Jane Smith. The next step is to actually quote the text. And what I mean by quote is to actually find the excerpt, find the piece of text that actually inspired you to take on this question, to want to explore this question from the text. So my question was a scapegoat archetype, had to do with that, was trying to analyze or explore this idea of Harrison Bergeron as an archetype, the scapegoat archetype. And the part that I went ahead, the excerpt from the text that I got was on the last page. I would say it's about page 7, in which Harrison and the ballerina are killed by Dana Moon-Glamper's a handicapper general. So I think his death made me think about him as a martyr. And as you remember in a previous video, I said that the scapegoat archetype is a hero who has to die, has to sacrifice himself in order for the greater good. And so this is the part that actually made me think about it, is when Harrison Bergeron's death. So I already have the quote down here because you'll just be watching me type for all the videos, so I just went in and typed it already. But I do want you to pay attention to how I set it up. Since I took out the text and it's on the last page, there's really no names, so I had to add them in. The way you add names, or the way you add stuff to make things more clear within a quote, is that you put it in brackets. For instance, on this line here, it says, with love and pure will they, and you don't really know who they're talking about. So without the other parts of the text, I just went ahead and put Harrison and the ballerina in brackets. And down here, it's supposed to say she fired twice, and the she is supposed to be the handicapper general, so I went ahead and added her in. So now what I'm going to do is I have to close my quotation, and I believe this is from page 7. So, and this is how you close a when you quote a quotation using MLA citation format. What you do is you go to the end and you close the quote. So that means I have my quote up here, so I have to close it down here. Okay, even if there's no period, you don't put the period. Even if there is one, you wait. So what I do now is I put a parentheses. I put the name of the author, in this case is Vonnegut, Kurt Vonnegut. You would use his last name. Okay, and then you put the page number. In this case, it's page 7 for me. So I put a period. You could actually just put the number, but I like putting the page here. And I'm going to say it's page 7 here. And I'm closing it. And now you put your period. There you go. Proper way to cite. So I put my quote. The next step in the process is to do the summary. Got to get to that side. And what I'm going to do is, the summary part is basically, just summarize what happened in the story, just like in the fiction inventory, where you had to, first this happens and this happens, then this happens, and at last this happens. So it's basically just a plot summary. So I'm not even going to go into that, because what I really want to get into is the discussion part, which is the part that I'm the most interested in. So those of you who were in Mrs. Lopez's class, and you had to summarize text, and you had she had this acronym, and that seems to work really well when you're doing plot summaries. So you could decide to do that. So pretend I already did mine. Okay, the next step, let me put, so it looks like I really did something there. And the plot summary it could just be a paragraph. It doesn't have, that's not the meat that I want. What I'm interested in the discussion. So I'm going to pretend like I already wrote my summary, and now I'm ready for discussion. And again, you type in discussion. Just like I did so far, I have question, quote, summary, and discussion. Now this is what I'm really interested in. So I think I'm going to stop this video. The next video I hope will be the last. It's like I can't record more than 5 minutes on these videos. So hopefully the next one will be the last one, and that's what I'm really wanting to get is into the discussion, because that's what I'm going to be looking at when I get to these, when I start reading your reader responses. Okay, so go ahead and stop the video and watch the next one.